Drama? Locker room issues? Sheryl Swoopes had plenty to say about the Indiana Fever, but Kelsey Mitchell just shut it all down with one simple move. Instead of running from the so-called chaos, she doubled down, re-signed, and sent a clear message. The Fever are building something special, but why did Swoopes try to stir the pot in the first place? And how does Caitlin Clark fit into all this? Let's break it all down. But before further proceeding, if you're new to the channel, please support by hit that subscribe button for more updates. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot to us.
That's not my point. There's a lot of other going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
So
new shit
that's, yeah, like it's a
going on
lot.
around there.
It's a lot. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be here.
This is where I want to be.
Yeah. Now listen,
What
for
you
one,
said, there's a
she's
lot
going
of
to play
shit.
more.
What kind of things you
I'm
said?
not in the locker room.
Ever wonder what's more frustrating than causing a little stir? Well, it's when a Hall of Famer does it, without a single fact to back up what they're saying. That's exactly what Sheryl Swoopes has been up to, especially with her comments about Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and the Indiana Fever. First, she threw out claims about drama in the Fever locker room, making it seem like the players were desperate to leave. Then, she tried to undermine Caitlin Clark's achievements. But Kelsey Mitchell, without breaking a sweat, just shut her down and sent a clear message with her actions.
What's up, everybody? Kelsey Mitchell here, and I'm a Fever girl again. So, to my fans, to the basketball world, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. India's been good to me, and hopefully I could pour in and give the same. So, here's to being a Fever girl.
Swoopes made an appearance on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, acting as though she had all the inside scoop, dropping comments like there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and some key players don't want to be there. Oh, really? Because one of the most prominent players on the team just made a long-term commitment to stay, so maybe the situation isn't quite as dire as she's making it seem.
She didn't mince words about how she believes the Fever handled Kelsey Mitchell. Personally, here's where I think the Fever didn't do a good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, whose numbers.
Let's clear things up once and for all. If the Fever's locker room was really as chaotic as Swoopes made it out to be, why would Kelsey Mitchell sign a multi-year deal? Why would she agree to a supermax contract worth nearly $200,000 a year if she was truly unhappy with the situation? Players who are truly dissatisfied don't lock themselves into long-term deals. They explore their options and find a better fit. Mitchell had the opportunity to do that, and yet she chose to stay in Indiana. Lexi Hull's performance went far beyond just putting points on the board. It was about how she elevated the entire team with her playmaking and leadership. Her sharp shooting stretched the floor, making defenders stay alert and creating crucial space for her teammates to operate. Hull didn't just rely on her three-point shooting. She confidently attacked the basket, scoring 14 of her points from inside the paint. Her ability to read defenses and spot opportunities made her a constant threat, always keeping the opposition on their toes. Defensively, she was just as remarkable, frustrating her opponents with her on-ball defense while using her awareness and quick instincts to disrupt passing lanes and generate turnovers. In a fast-paced, highly individualistic format like 3-on-3 basketball, where each player's contribution is magnified, Hull's all-around game was exactly what the Roses needed. What made her breakout performance even more remarkable was the context. While Hull thrived, Angel Reese struggled. Reese, the team's focal point for the first 2 games, played just 8 minutes and ended with a disappointing stat line of 4 points, 3 turnovers, and 4 fouls. It was a stark contrast to Hull's dominance and raised questions about the team's strategy. Reese's struggles weren't just a one-off. Her playing style, which heavily depends on pick and rolls and isolation plays, wasn't well suited to the dynamic, space-oriented nature of 3-on-3 basketball. While Reese could rack up impressive individual stats, they often came at the cost of team efficiency, and the Roses' offense became stagnant when she was the primary focus. Her presence also put pressure on the team's defense, which couldn't compensate for her limitations. Hull's breakout performance showed just how much the team had been missing her ability to adapt to the specific demands of the 3-on-3 format, where quick decision-making, spacing, and defensive versatility are crucial. But let's dive deeper into what made Hull's performance so extraordinary. It wasn't just about the impressive numbers she put up, it was the way she approached the game. Hull's off-ball movement was nothing short of a clinic in creating scoring opportunities. She consistently kept defenders guessing, making perfectly timed cuts to the basket and finding open spaces on the perimeter. Her basketball IQ was evident in every play as she read the game and anticipated her teammates' actions rotations, making her a nightmare for opposing defenses. Her shot selection was equally impressive. Hull didn't force any shots. Every attempt was within the natural flow of the offense, whether it was a catch-and-shoot three-pointer or a strong drive to the basket. Her efficiency wasn't just a result of skill, it reflected her deep understanding of the game. Defensively, Hull was relentless. She matched up against some of the league's top scorers and held her ground, using her quickness and strength to stay in front of her opponents. Her ability to switch seamlessly onto different positions without losing effectiveness was a game changer for the Roses, whose defense had struggled in their previous games. With Hull on the floor, the team's entire defensive scheme looked more cohesive and potent. Her presence lifted the team's overall performance, and the offense seemed to flow more smoothly. The ball moved faster, spacing improved, and the players appeared more engaged. Hull's energy and confidence were contagious, and the team responded by playing with greater intensity. For Hull, this breakout performance was more than just a personal triumph. It was a statement. It showed that she was not just a role player, but a difference maker. Now the question remains, how will the Rose Basketball Club move forward? Will Coach Nola Henry recognize Hull's immense value and integrate her more into the team's rotation? Or will the team revert to its old playbook, continuing to prioritize Reese's individual stats over the success of the team? One thing is clear, the Rose Basketball Club has reached a crossroads. They've witnessed firsthand what Hull can bring to the table, how her presence can transform the team's offense and defense. The ball is now in their court, and the decision is theirs to make. Hull's breakout game isn't just about her personal journey, it's a lesson for the entire league. It serves as a reminder that talent and teamwork will always outweigh individual accolades. It's a powerful statement about the value of players who impact the game in multiple ways, not just by scoring points. For players like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and others rising in the WNBA, Hull's performance serves as a blueprint for success. It shows that adaptability, effort, and basketball IQ can be the difference makers, even in a league brimming with elite talent. So, what's the real takeaway here? Sheryl Swoopes tried to create a narrative of division, but Kelsey Mitchell's commitment to Indiana proves that the Fever are stronger than ever. The old guard may be struggling to accept the new era of women's basketball, but one thing is clear, this team isn't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. Thanks for watching.